I'm beginning my 23rd year in the Alabama Senate. 20 years of that period I was a member of the minority. So I've seen it from both sides. I would say the bill that we passed Thursday is probably the most significant piece of legislation that we've passed in my tenure, especially pertaining to education. We've received some criticism in the media, which is okay, and we understand that, on how it was done. If it had been made public on what we were doing, what our strategy was, and we had a strategy. I mean, it was well orchestrated strategy on who was going to do what and when it was going to be done. It would be like Nick Saban or Gus Malzahn giving their playbook to Les Miles at LSU the night before the game, okay? We had a 3-bill special order, the Flex bill, Holly's reorganization of the governance of the legislature, and then the Airbus bill. Airbus bill was by far the easiest one to pass that day, but all 3 bills passed, and it was a big day. Probably the most significant bill I've been involved in a long time. We had to do something for education in Alabama.